What is up, YouTube? I'm going to be making 2 YouTube videos today. Today I'm just going to be talking about the 56-gallon reef tank. I'm going to do an overview video, which is this one, showcasing the tank in general. And the second video will be discussing individual corals, and I will zoom in and discuss them a little bit more. So for those of you who are new to my channel or never watched any of my videos before, this is a 56-gallon tank. That splash was one of my large freshwater fish, if you heard that. Here's the tank. I've got the stand. Here's the light. It is a 165 watt Wills aquarium light. Comes with the 2 knobs, the white and the blue. Right now I've got just the blues on. I've got a Reef Octopus 90, I want to believe is the model, protein skimmer on this tank. And I'm running a Sun 304B canister filter. You could see that's where the water comes out. It gets taken in. It's good for up to 125 gallons. I've got it on a 56. I've got it stuffed with some great media, some matrix, some PhosphoGuard, some carbon, some bio balls, some ceramic rings, a bunch of pads in there. And I replace my media and clean it often, so it's always absorbing nitrate and phosphate, and carbon purifies the water a little bit. And yeah, I got all that bacteria in there, but it's a cheap filter, but it works very well. You can see the fish and corals and anemones look happy, so I must be doing something right. But pretty basic setup, relatively inexpensive. I've also got one cheap Sun wave maker going right here just to get current in different directions, and a heater right there, nothing special. I think that's an aqua top heater and a 200 watt, and I'm not sure about the powers of the wave maker I just showed you, but it's a cheap Sun wave maker, so I got a lot of surface agitation, a lot of current. I usually do keep the glass lid on the tank because in the past I had fish jump. Since I put it on, nothing has jumped. I've got just blue lights on for this video. I'll make future videos showing the tank with white light where you can see the fish a little better. This is mainly showing the coral with the orange filter. As far as my livestock goes, I've got a fire shrimp. I've got about 8 hermit crabs, about 8 astrea snails, 6 nerite snails. As far as invertebrates, I believe that is everything. I've got a mandarin goby you can see on the left right now. He's all the way on the left near the front, a green mandarin goby. I've got the yellow tang you can see in the front. I've got 12 green chromis, an absolute zero clownfish, a chocolate domino clownfish, a royal grama, and a Bengai cardinal, and that is my entire livestock. It's a lot of fish for this tank, so I do large water changes often, and I do dose Fusion 1 and Fusion 2. I forget the brand. I think it's a Seachem product. I also dose bicarbonate, and there's another product that raises magnesium, but I'm always testing my water to make sure everything's good. Nitrates and phosphates are a little higher than I would like, but they aren't that high. Well, nitrates, it depends who you ask. Some people would say it's high, some people would say it's not. But nitrates are like 25 parts per million. That's kind of high for a reef tank. And phosphates, I believe, are like, I want to say 0.25 to 0.5, which is kind of high. But I'm going to do a water change today. That should bring that down, both of them. And I do 3 water changes a week. I take 15 gallons out a week, 5 gallons at a time. I found if I do 15 gallons at once in the 56, it stresses out corals, and I actually lost a couple corals in the past because they didn't like that, especially if I don't heat the water to the right temperature and it drops a little bit. They don't like that. So I found doing 5-gallon water changes 3 times a week is best for me. So that's what I do for this tank. And I do dose every day. The Fusion 1 and Fusion 2, and then the other 2 I dose a couple times a week. But I'm always testing stuff to make sure everything's consistent. Calcium's usually about 420, and alkalinity is about 10. So I keep the temperature at 76 to 78. That's a pretty normal range for a reef tank. My parameters are pretty good. Like I mentioned, phosphates and nitrates are a little high, but I have a lot of fish in this tank, and the feeding brings it up, so it's kind of hard for me to bring them down. I don't know how much better I can do, but I'm very busy too with work and school. I'm taking a lot of college classes. I'm in the top 1% in terms of hours in class in my entire college, and I work a lot too. So I'm very busy, and I have 11 other fish tanks at home. This is just one of them. You can see a few in the background. So I'm always busy, but I try to do the best that I can, and I try to keep my tanks clean and everything healthy. And for the most part, everything looks like it's doing good. So yeah, here's my tank. Like I mentioned before, 56-gallon reef tank. It's about 8 months old, I want to say, and it's a work in progress. I'm still going to add corals, probably take some out. I'm not adding any more fish. It's plenty. It's full. It's got plenty of fish. I've got the one starfish in there I showed. I forgot to mention that. There's a starfish up there. Maybe I'll add another one. I do add copepods occasionally to the mandarin. Goby likes to eat those, but it does also eat frozen. But yeah, I won't probably be adding any more fish. I could use a few more snails, I suppose. And it's pretty full with coral because they're gonna grow and they need space. But I'm not sure what I'll do, if I'll get any more corals or anemones. If I do, I'll probably have to move some stuff or sell stuff or whatever. But I really like how this tank looks right now. I didn't spend too much money. I have lost some corals to brown jelly disease, so I lost money in that, but my setup isn't that expensive. I did everything pretty cheap, and it looks nice in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys got any questions on anything, I'd be happy to answer. I have a small channel, so it's pretty easy for me to get back to people. I don't go on YouTube too often, but I try to check it at least once a day, and I try to answer comments I get on my videos. So if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, just leave a comment, and I'll try to get back to you and help you. So yep, here's my tank, and thanks for watching.